Hi everyone, it's Miss Straub. We are going to look at supply and demand, so I want you to be on packet page 50. We're going to go over the chart together. So you're given a scenario, and then it says if it'll go up or down, and then what will then happen to like another item or a company. So the first one, the price of Sprint goes up, the demand for Verizon Wireless. What's going to happen? We are going to pretend that those two companies are equal in price right now. So if the price of Sprint goes up, then more people are going to want to buy Verizon Wireless because it's going to be cheaper. And if you're like a first time customer, maybe starting out, you're going to go with Verizon Wireless, or you might switch your plan because it's going to be cheaper. The second scenario is the price of HP notebooks goes down. What happens to the demand for the Toshiba notebooks? So if they're both priced at the same again, HP's price goes down, so more people are going to want to buy that. So then the demand for the Toshiba notebooks is going to go down as well. The price of movie tickets goes down, so now more people are going to go to the movie theater. What's going to happen to the demand for popcorn? That is going to increase as well, since more people are going to the theaters. There's more of a chance that more people are going to buy popcorn. The price of peanut butter goes up. What's going to happen to the demand for jelly? So we're going to say peanut butter and jelly go together like a sandwich. So if peanut butter's price goes up, fewer people are going to buy peanut butter. So then that means the demand for jelly is going to go down as well. Question 5, the price of economic workbooks goes down. So think of like a new school year starting out. So price goes down, more people are going to buy it. So the demand for highlighters is also going to increase since that's new too. 6, the price of auto insurance, that's like car insurance, goes down. So it becomes cheaper. What's going to happen to the demand for bicycles? So if car insurance goes down, it's cheaper to have a car. The demand for bicycles is going to go down as well. Question 7, the price of bicycles goes up. So it's going to be more expensive to buy a bike. What's going to happen to the demand for bus tickets? So think of like a larger city where you either ride a bike or maybe you take a bus to work. This is going to cause the demand for bus tickets to go up. 8, the price of bicycles goes up. So same scenario, so fewer people are going to buy a bike. The demand for helmets, that's going to go down because if fewer people are buying bikes, fewer people are going to need to buy a helmet as well. Question 9, the price of homes goes down, so it's going to be cheaper to buy a house now. The demand for rental apartments, so if it's cheaper to buy a house, more people are going to move out of like the rental apartments to get their own house now. It's going to cause a decrease in the demand for rental apartments. Question 10, the price of tea in China goes up. What's going to happen to the demand for alpaca finger puppets? So that one, they don't relate to either scenario to one another, so we're going to put NA for not applicable, or you could put none, either way, because those two don't relate to one another whatsoever. So that finished page 50. What I want you guys to do is flip to page 52 in your packet. It looks at demand curves. So in this scenario here, you are given a demand curve or a scenario on the left-hand side, and you got to draw the new demand curve. So the price of hot dog buns increases sharply. So hot dogs buns, they raise their prices. What's going to happen to demand for the Decca dogs and nationally known hot dog buns? So if fewer people are going to buy hot dog buns, fewer people are also probably going to buy hot dogs. So we're going to draw that line below the demand curve since it's a decrease in demand. So we're going to draw that, and then you also want to label it as D2 because it shows the change in demand. Just like when you guys do points in math class when you have to plot them, you want to also list them there as well, like it's a change in it. So you either list it as like, if you're doing a shape or a point, like A1 or A with the comma or apostrophe to show that it's a change in demand. The second scenario is the price of iced tea decreases, indicates what's going to happen to the demand for lemonade. So let's say they're equal again. So the price of iced tea goes down. So more people are going to buy iced tea now. What is going to happen to the demand for lemonade? It's going to decrease because fewer people are buying lemonade. So we draw it beneath the line to show that demand went down. And then I also want it to be labeled as D2 again, because it shows the change in demand. On the graph here, the 0 represents like your starting point is 0, nothing. P is for price, so it goes up in price as you go towards the P. And then quantity is the Q. So the farther you move to the right, the larger the quantity of the item is. For question 3, in April, the last snow at the local ski resort has melted. Indicate what is going to happen for the demand of snowboards. So think about like ski club or snowboard club if you are involved with that at like snow trails. So it's at the end of the season, like right now it's April. So the demand for them is going to go down because it's the end of season. Nobody really wants to buy a new one just starting out. So demand goes down, and then we also want to label that as D2. For the next one, a conservative new president is elected, and his first order of business is to give an immediate tax break to anyone who earns $250,000 per year or more. Indicate what will happen to the demand for Porsches when the tax break goes through. So, new president comes to order. If you make $250,000 or less, you're going to pay, or more. If you make $250,000 or more, you're going to pay less in taxes. So that means they're going to have more money. So Porsche is like a fancy, it's like a more wealthy style of car. They're really expensive. So if they have more money because they're paying less in taxes, that means the demand for them is going to increase. So this time we're going to draw the line above the original one because the demand has increased this time. And then you're still going to relabel it as D2, showing the change in demand. It doesn't matter if the line is above or below, you're still going to label it as D2. The price of peanut butter decreases. What's going to happen to demand for jelly? So we're going to say, just like the previous page, that peanut butter and jelly go together, just like a sandwich. So the price of peanut butter goes down. So more people are going to buy peanut butter, more people are going to buy jelly as well. So the demand for this one is above, and then we're going to relabel it as D2. So that would be page 52. There's also, if you've seen in the slides and PowerPoints, market clearing price. So market clearing price is where X marks the spot. It's where supply and demand meet. So I'm going to circle that X there because that's like your sweet spot. It's where the consumer will buy as much as the company is willing to sell. So the S, the purple line, represents the supply. D is the demand curve. So D is demand. That is where we are the consumer. So we're buying it. S is going to be the company. So that's going to be them. So if you look at this chart, we're looking at movie theater tickets. So price goes up along here. And then at the bottom, this is the quantity. So how many tickets can they sell? So at $3, the company is only willing to sell 100 tickets or less. And then the amount that people want to buy at $3 is 300. So there's a big difference there. But if you go up to $12, the demand that the people would buy would be less than 100, but the amount that the company is willing to supply is going to be over 300 tickets because they can make more money, so that's their goal. But unfortunately, the people aren't going to buy it. So where the lines meet, this is where they can sell the most amount of tickets and make the most amount of money there. So once you've finished watching this, make sure you take the quiz over stuff this week, and good luck.